I'm Sith for Life, and welcome back to the channel. On today's way back review, we're going to get some vintage Star Wars goodness in the form of this Revenge of the Sith line 3 3/4 inch Utapau Shadow Trooper. This figure came out in 2005 as part of the Revenge of the Sith included lines. This particular figure didn't actually exist in the movie, but it's a very cool look at an alternative clone trooper, the Utapau Shadow Trooper. It's a 3 3/4 inch. It's like you're pretty close to your vintage collection or saga collection figures. And honestly, doesn't miss a whole lot in the articulation that the new stuff doesn't have, or does have. I mean, it's him standing up. It does have single jointed elbows, but they go a little bit above 90, just a hair above 90. They are on a swivel. And single jointed knees that go right about 90. Not a whole lot of hip movement at all. I mean, from there to there, that's it. Arms will go all the way around, and the head is on a ball, but there's not a whole lot of movement there. It does have ankles, up and down, and it will twist around. No pivots, obviously. And it does have a waist cut, a little bit of a diaphragm joint. But, you know, it's not much at all. Accessorized, he doesn't come with a whole lot. He comes with DC-15S blaster that looks pretty good, and it comes with a DC-15A that at first glance looks pretty good until you realize how small it is. It's very short. For reference, this is what they look like. Well, not really, I guess not really short, but it's very chunky. It's a chunky boy. This is a vintage collection DC-15, and it's a whole lot more. It's got a lot better proportions. It doesn't look so cartoonish, and it is a little bit longer. But that's it. That's all it comes with. It's those two blasters. I guess you have him hold both if you really wanted to. It looks like he does have dual trigger fingers, so he could hold both if you wanted to, but, you know, it is what it is. I'll pull in a couple of other, I've got a couple other lines of 3 3/4 inch stuff that we can look at, but I don't have a whole lot, so let's pull them in, see how they compare. So here he is with on the right we have the Vintage Collection ARC Trooper from Battlefront 2, and then on the left we have Commander Doom from the Saga Collection. And they all scale pretty well. I think he looks like he might be a little bit shorter than this guy, but it's not much at all. And these two are basically the same. I think they might, no, they're not the same. This one doesn't have waist cut, but so this one doesn't have a waist cut. I'll be doing a video on him soon, but yeah, that's how those two compare. And here we have Vintage Collection Anakin from the Ahsoka line, and we have the Vintage Collection Mandalorian Din Djarin. They look good, no issues here. All 3 3/4 inch. Yeah, they fit in just fine. No qualms about that. I guess it's finally time to retire this joke. We have finally found figures that scale with Grogu. They're all 3 3/4 inch, the right size. Grogu has his friends. That's nice. Overall, what are my thoughts? It's a great little figure. It doesn't have the greatest articulation, and it's the accessories are kind of lackluster. But I think I ended up paying about $7 for them at a local shop. I see them online on eBay all the time for between 10 and 15 bucks. I also sometimes see it for $70 plus dollars. Don't pay $70 for this figure. There's absolutely no reason. They made a ungodly amount of these figures. They're everywhere. If you just do a little shopping, a little eBay hunting, you can pick them up and not spend very much. These would be good for adding, sprinkling into your vintage collection for the background troops and stuff. They're if you search for them, they're available cheaper than vintage collection. They're not as articulated as vintage collection, but in the background they look just fine, and they come with plenty of the DC-15S that looks just fine. It's got good proportions and everything. So ultimately, I vote yes. Add them to the collection if you're going to collect 3 3/4 inch prequel type stuff, clone troopers and stuff like that. It's a good addition to the collection, and it's a good way to grow that collection. But that's about all I've got for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you soon.